Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. I love these stories that my friend and colleague Lance Malone brings about what's happening out there in the air conditioning arena. Right now, it's hard to think about air conditioning. Let me tell you, in no time, you're going to be thinking, I wonder if it's ready. And, of course, a lot of people are doing a lot with their heater. Is it ready? You know, we saw just about a week ago a house fire here in Houston that got started because someone didn't do prior preparation when it came to checking out their heater. So what I like to do is whenever we get Lance on the show is I like him to take the horns, and particularly when he does it from our Dallas studios like he is today, and tell us a little bit about your company, introduce your guest, and then you go ahead and ask those questions, and then I will chime in shortly to wrap up the segment. Thanks so much, Lance, and welcome.
Okay, Kevin, sounds great. Thank you.
You bet.
Standard Supply is a distributor of heating, air conditioning, refrigeration, and ventilation products. And what we do is we've been working with the best contractors in Texas since 1946 to help them take care of their customers' needs in their homes and businesses when it comes to comfort and heating and cooling. And I'm really excited today to have John Blackall with me. John is the president and CEO of Blackall Mechanical. You can find out more about Blackall Mechanical at blackallmech.com. That's BLACKALLMECH.com. Welcome to the show, John.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure being here.
You know, start off, can you tell us about your background in the HVAC industry, and then tell us about Blackall Mechanical, how you got started there?
Sure. I've literally kind of born into the business. I grew up in the business. My dad had a small business in Lewisville, Texas, and it's just all I've ever really done. I went to trade school for it, San Jacinto Junior College in Deer Park, Texas, and moved back home to Lewisville, and it had enough of the residential side of things, so I decided when I went to my trade school that I was going to focus on commercial HVAC technology, and got into the business as a technician and worked my way up. And here now, 32 years later, I've owned my own business for over 11 years, going be 12 years this coming April. Blackall focuses primarily on helping existing commercial building owners, REITs, corporate facility managers to really understand their cost of ownership in a commercial property, and to take that asset, the mechanical side of that property, which they're financing, and maximizing that asset. And preventative maintenance is certainly a strong part of that, but we try to look at it holistically from a standpoint of there is a true cost of ownership of maintaining and operating that building, and the mechanical side is one piece of that, and how that affects the entire picture of controlling and operating their cost, affecting their cash flow, and then helping them with the marketability and increasing the value of their overall property.
Outstanding. Now, John, I know you have multiple offices and a pretty large service area, so tell us about what areas you cover and where your offices are.
Yeah, we have a North Texas office, which is here in Dallas. We cover a 100-mile radius of service out of this Dallas area, basing that from the DFW airport. And then we have a South Texas office based in Austin, and we cover all of Austin, San Antonio market from there. We do service on some national accounts throughout the entire state of Texas with some companies that require us to do that. We can do that because we have a negotiated response time that doesn't require us to be there in 2 hours. But so pretty much we cover the two markets, the Dallas and the Austin and San Antonio markets.
Excellent. Now, one of the things that's become pretty common in the commercial side of the business over the last decade or so, and I know you actually had a role in one of these companies that got this started, is the utilization of building management systems, or what some people call building automation systems. So I was wondering, can you tell the listeners in layman's terms a little bit about a building management system, what that is and what it does?
Yes, I'd be happy to do that. Building automation, direct digital controls, or energy management systems are really a set of controls that are operated by a software program for could be multiple reasons. The primary reason is to be able to have a ease and convenience of scheduling, just like a programmable thermostat. Most people look at that as just a thermostat, but that's really a very fundamental, at its very basic level, a building control system or a unitary control system for a rooftop unit, right, or a split system. So the other purposes for that is just for what it said is energy management. We want to, again, going back to the cost of ownership in a property or facility, we want to help that person manage and control their energy consumption. And the only way you can really do that is by having a complete control of the entire mechanical system.
Okay. Now, what types of systems can be controlled by a building management system? I know we talked about the mechanical systems, but are there others?
Oh, yeah. You can, through automation, especially today with the technology being advanced so far as it's come in the last really 10 years, we can pretty much automate and control anything within a building from the standpoint of security entry, smoke, fire protection, lighting, irrigation, sprinkler systems, any component within a mechanical, a boiler, a heater, a fan, an air conditioning unit. We can even automate and control faucets.
So what are some of the benefits of an automation system to the owner of a commercial building?
Well, the primary benefit is to be able to have a complete picture on your screen, so to speak, whether it be remote access on a laptop or a PC computer, being able to access your building regardless of where you're at really in the world, being able to get alarms and notifications on if there's issues within the system without you having to be necessarily on site. That becomes a real priority to a property management or real estate investment company that has maybe 15, 20, or multiple locations, and they're not necessarily on site at every location. So that's a huge benefit to be able to sit back and have access from one point to any building location that you may have, regardless of geographically where it's located.
What if you're not the owner of the building? What if you're just a tenant or you occupy the building? Are there some benefits for them as well?
Definitely some benefits for them. A lot of the building automation systems are set up with override thermostats based on time of hour use. And if you're a tenant in the building and you want to come in on a Saturday when the building is scheduled to be off, then you would definitely have the ability to come in and turn that system on in your space and cool your space and be able to work in a comfortable environment.
Very nice. So when's the best time to consider a building management system?
Well, the best time would be when and if you're building the property or if you're doing a major mechanical retrofit. I guess there's really not a bad time to consider it. Usually, if you can do a return of investment on those and you can look at those, they pretty well pay for themselves. Within a 2 to 3 year period.
Lance, I'm going to have to intervene with this seconds left. I was too engrossed with the conversation. Real quickly, Lance, again, your website and the website of our guests as we wrap up a very informative segment. Thank you, by the way, to both of you. Go ahead, Lance.
Yes, our website is ssdhvac.com, and you can find out more about Blackall Mechanical at blackallmech.com.
Thanks so much to both of you, gentlemen. Great segment.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
When we come back, much more for you. Do want to remind you, best content here shows up over there at usdailyreview.com. While they're like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter. This is The Price of Business.